this is the right address. Okay. Hello? Hello? I know you're a magic house, but that's really creepy. Oh, hello, Miss Confractus, right? For the love of God, please do not call me that, okay? Krysia. Krysia is my name. And you are Lady Kathryn, right? That's me, but you can just call me Kathryn. I don't know where people got the title lady from. I'm just a chick from Boston. I really need a place to stay. Of course, all are welcome here. If I heard the house correctly, your accommodation should have been made by now. Come on, let's go. What is it? Your room. The house put it on the first floor, right next to mine. Is that odd? Usually the house puts all of the rooms on the second floor. This has never happened before. After you. I'll leave you to get settled. Are you hungry? Do you want to eat anything? Thank you. I really appreciate it, but I really just want to get some sleep. Well, I will be right next door, so holler if you need anything. Get out of my head.
Now why would I leave what is mine? You surrendered to me, remember?
Get out, Beldam.
You will always be mine.
Dahlia. Dahlia! Oh, it's you. Hi. I just wanted to check on you before I left. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm fine. You don't look fine. Is she in your head again? Not as bad as last time, but could be better. Anyways, are you sure you don't want me to come with you? No, don't worry about it. That's already covered. Do you want me to grab Kathryn for you on my way out? Don't wake her up. She finally just went to sleep, and she needs a break from me anyway. I'll be fine. Good luck. Thanks. Just breathe, Lea. Breathe. Hi. Hey. Oh, please, just come in. Would you like anything to drink? No thanks. I kind of just want to get to the bottom of this. I have never told this before to anyone. I don't really know where to start. Do you need a drink? I guess for you to understand my involvement with the Beldam, I need to start from the very, very beginning. I was born in a small village in the northwest of Europe. Back then, there were no countries or borders to a village girl like me. My whole world was the village. We were nestled in the perfect spot. My human life was simple and perfect. I was the second youngest of 5 daughters. I don't remember their names anymore. The leader of our village was a man named Nicholas. Nicholas had no title to the mortal folk. It was just understood, being in his presence, that he was someone to be respected. Though he was quite intimidating, he was unbelievably kind and generous. I remember specifically the village doctor had died, and Nicholas hiked over the mountain to the next city to find a new one so that the village would never go without. I have very little memory left from my human life due to my age. However, I will never forget the day I discovered what he was. Hey, Dahlia, I think it's time that we should eat. Oh my god! Dahlia, come on, wake up. You are having a nightmare. Wake up. Dahlia, it's a bee. Stop, it's a bee. You're having a nightmare. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh my god. What did she show you this time? My first kill for John was a farmer and his wife and their 2 sons. They were just baby boys. Kathryn, she's getting stronger in my head. I don't think I can fight her off anymore. Here, take my hand. Oh no, I cannot risk her getting into your head. I don't know if she can cross our connection yet. I don't want to risk it. Dahlia, I am more than willing to risk it. You need at least 1 good night's sleep this week, and if that means her possibly getting into my mind too, so that you can have some escape, I don't care. You need the rest. Here we go. I always had an inclination that he was not what he seemed. One morning I was walking through the meadow when I started to smell the stench of what I can only describe as burning meat. Following the direction of the scent and the smoke, I spotted him. Nicholas was on the ground by the edge of the forest, in the sunlight, burning. I remember him almost hissing, "The sun! The sun! Get me out of the sun!" I grabbed any part of him that was solid and managed to drag him into the trees. He was severely burnt. Half of his head was cinders. His skin looked like they were pressed with red-hot metal. I looked back at his face. His canines were elongated and sharpened with 2 glowing red eyes of starvation that looked directly at me. I got to my feet and tried to run, but I tripped on a large tree root, falling face first into another boulder. I was already on the ground when I regained some consciousness. I looked to see the burnt vampiric corpse I was trying to escape from, now feasting on my wrist. I watched as my life he consumed began to heal his burns fully. He removed his mouth from my arm and came closer to me. On his fangs, before retracting them, he cut his thumb, placing his blood on the bite on my wrist as well as the large scrape on my forehead and nose from hitting the boulder. Swiftly, it all healed. Not being able to help me home due to the sunlight, we sat on the forest floor for hours, just talking. My fear melted away as we talked. He explained everything to me. He was not just any vampire. He was one of the 4 Vampiric Lords. Each of the 4 lords ruled a quadrant of Europe. He never wanted this life. He just wanted to help people. That's why he mainly stuck to this little village. I believe he was very lonely. At sunset, he helped me walk home, where my parents had been worried sick about me. Every evening afterwards, he would come to check on me. After a while, he began to bring flowers and little gifts. We were inseparable. By the following year, I was madly in love with him, as he was with me. He asked my father's permission, and we were married. All of the village celebrated our union. He turned me into a vampire on our wedding night. I awoke from death sleep in his arms. For almost 50 years, everything was perfect. But unfortunately, we were betrayed. The 3 other Vampiric Lords wanted more territory, and Nicholas became their target. I had left immediately at dusk to get medicine for a sick babe in the village. When I returned a few hours before dawn, it was done. Everyone in my village had been slaughtered, their homes completely ablaze. I found Nicholas's skeleton in the blaze of our house, a broken rib, showed me they first stabbed him in the heart with a wooden stake, and then burned him alive. My Nicholas was dead. My humanity was gone, and all I wanted was revenge. There was a part of the forest that all beings, either mortal or immortal, did not go near. Nicholas told me that a dark creature lived at the bottom of that pit. I needed that power, and I had nothing left to lose. I went to that part of the forest. I walked down the pit. There was no light to be seen. The creature at the bottom of the pit purred when it sensed me. The only part of the pit I could see were two white eyes that surveyed me. I could feel her presence. She was terror and fear incarnate. I told her that I needed the power to destroy the people who killed my love. She asked me what I was willing to do in return. Anything, I said. With a purr, she placed her claw to her throat and cut with the command to drink. I complied. I went into the pit as a widow and came out as the Reckoning. Without stopping, I traveled all across the land and diablerized each lord who betrayed my love. There is no drug I can compare the high to seeing all of the hope drain from the Vampiric Lords' eyes when all of their loyal soldiers were killed and they had nowhere else to run. No revenge will ever compare to the epicness of mine. I can still taste the fear and panic in their blood. I took each of their crowns and melted them down to forge my own crown. Though I was not going to be just a lady anymore, I made myself queen, and my subjects had to bow to my rule or perish. For hundreds of years, I slaughtered all opposition to my throne, giving me the title of Mater Fortuvis Animarum, the mother of stolen souls. Eventually, though, I grew bored, and the lack of humanity left me hollow. I knew I was searching for something I needed, but I didn't know what it was. The constant state of ennui left me restless for something I needed to find, so I left. I left my protege, Ulysses, in charge of my court, and I began to wander the world. Though many things passed through my mind throughout the millennia, one always stuck with me. When would that dark being return, and what would she want? Finally, one day she appeared and asked me for her favor. I was walking through Chicago, looking for my next meal, when she appeared like smoke. But she surprised me. She asked me to go to a specific bar on Halloween and buy the girl in the green jacket any drink she wanted. That was it. That was all the Beldam asked of me. And that is how I met you.
Wow.
Krysia, you are the most important thing to me. I want a relationship with you. Sorry I didn't tell you any of this sooner. My only explanation was it was nice to be with someone who didn't think of me as a horrific beast. And I would be more than willing to let Dahlia look through my mind to assure you that I am telling the truth. No need. You're telling the truth. Really? How can you tell? Because Dandelion's standing outside the building and she said that she would throw a rock out the window if she sensed you were lying at any point. You're good.
You put a spell on me. I'm losing my mind. You better stop these games. It's a matter of time before I hunt you down, grab your chin and kiss your lips. Then you bring me back, I lay you down and grab your hips, and we lose all control. And before you know it.
So yeah, that had to have been the worst dinner I have ever been to. I am so sorry again.
Do not even worry about it. I have been to and hosted way worse dinners, believe me.
So you two are okay? We are more than okay. We are great. Apparently, I have a lot of history to catch up on. Well, I have a lot of modern sociology to catch up on, so maybe we can teach each other. Maybe Dahlia can help transfer some of that data. Speaking of which, how is Dahlia doing? Dandelion is upstairs with her now, trying to ease her sleep a little bit. What's going on? Beldam has been tormenting Dahlia in her sleep. Has it been getting any better? Kathryn! I think that answers that question. Dandelion, what happened? The Beldam pushed me out of Dahlia's mind. That's impossible! Never doubt the Beldam. How long has this been going on? Since the night of the dinner. That was weeks ago! Dandelion, get me in there. I've had this happen before. I know how to get her out. Dahlia has protective wards against me getting too deep. I just need you to get me inside. Leave the rest to me. Here. All right, let's go in. She's in. And now we wait. Dahlia, you're okay. You're okay. Oh my god. Hun, what is it? John Westergaard is the worst person I think I've ever seen. On that, we are agreed. What did you see when you went in there? My embrace. Both the initial transformation and the magical manipulation afterwards. I barely remember that whole ordeal, but what I can remember was pure torture. He used my blood ruby. No, he didn't. Hold up. I thought blood rubies were a myth. So are vampires, Krish. Wait a minute. What is a blood ruby? You don't know? Come on, even I know this. And you don't know how to send a fax, and yet I don't rub it in your face. Okay, boomer. Magical blood rubies were essentially magical batteries. They contained a great deal of power that amplified any magical ability or spell. They were named blood rubies not just because of the color, but also due to the amount of bloodshed they were used for. But I don't know how John could have used a blood ruby in his experiments, though. Blood rubies with magical properties were extinct thousands of years ago. If that's true, then how did you get blood rubies? The blood rubies on Earth did go extinct thousands of years ago. Do you remember when I told you that I've been to different dimensions in time and space? Yeah. One of the dimensions that I traveled to was a draconis dimension. Dragons? Yes, and it was beautiful there. I managed to bring back with me 8 blood rubies from that dimension. 8 dragon's blood rubies. Oh my god. This was while I was still queen. I put the 8 dragon's blood rubies onto my crown. And then when I gave up the throne, I gave everything, including my crown, to my protege at the time, Ulysses. By then, I thought all of the magic was gone from those 8 rubies. I was wrong. I had learned that Ulysses was killed by one of his progeny, John, the strategist. John had taken the crown for himself. So you're saying, when I was in your nightmare, I saw that John used the last powerful dragon's blood ruby from my crown to complete your transformation. That means that you were formed with the magic of a dragon's blood ruby. Dahlia's a dragon? No. She is not a dragon. However, she has dragon magic. Oh, I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep. I can't think straight anymore. I will make you a potion for dreamless sleep. Hopefully, then you can get real rest. Lea, I'm vampiric. I'll throw it up. I'll drink it. No, darling, let me.
I'm so ancient that drinking my blood will give you a real boost, and you've bled enough. Come on, let's head to the kitchen.
Krysia, Dandelion showed me how your talk went. By the way, I am keeping that rock.
Yeah?
Are you sure you want to go through with this?
Actually, I have not been more sure of anything in my whole life.
Eureka! Eureka! I knew I had the book you were talking about. Thank you for your patience.
Awesome. And of course, why are there waffles all over the table? Rose has been stress baking again. The fridge is overflowing. Oh dear. Poor Rose. Okay. There we are. How long have you been studying magical medicine? Professionally? I'd have to say 30 years. However, since I've been turned, I've always just been fascinated with the subject. Similar story here. When I was turned, I learned everything I could about magical medicine. I was absolutely fascinated. Became quite the avid healer for my village. Would you like to join me? There's always something I could learn, and with all your experience, you would be a real asset to me. Really? You would just ask me like that? No resume or background check? You are currently dating my best friend. If she trusts you, I trust you. Well, this just has to stew for a couple of minutes, and then it'll be perfect. Wow, that potion is really fast. Well, it being amplified by my blood will definitely help its potency. See, I'm learning stuff already. And I have the perfect mug for the occasion. It was $3 at Target. I really couldn't resist. Hi, Jenny. It's been a while. I haven't been to this park since we were here together, actually. Kind of ashamed to admit it. But Philip told me that he put your ashes here, because that's what you asked. The magnolia is gorgeous. I know in the other realm we said goodbye, but I'm sorry, I'm greedy. I need one more. I love you, and I'm always gonna love you forever. But I think I'm ready. And you told me when we were together last that you just wanted me to be happy. I don't know, I guess this is just my final goodbye. I'm always gonna remember you and I'm always gonna love you, but it's time for me to seek a new adventure. I know I'll see you again though. You have a lot to be caught up on. Okay, good talk. I really don't know how to say goodbye to a tree. Good evening. How did you sleep? Like the dead. How's Dahlia? She was starting to wake up when I left. Kathryn is with her now. Good. Good. So, what did you do while I was unconscious? I just ran a few errands. I also stopped by the park next to the cemetery. Oh, to see Jenny? Yeah. Oh, you must miss her terribly. I do. You, must still really love her. I do. But I also really love you. Oh, Krysia, I'm so happy to hear you say, will you marry me? What? Will you marry me? What? Will you, Lea, the woman that I love, marry me? Yes. Yes. Yes, of course, yes! Who is that?
It's just Lea and Krysia.
Oh, come in!
Well... me! Congratulations. Thanks.
Jesus Christ, Kathryn!
My best friend's getting married!
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
Okay, good talk. Peace out, Girl Scout. What? Okay, good talk, good talk. Peace. How do I...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if I put like my whole body into it, just yeah. Line for the entire part was just yeah. Yeah.
I'll have you know that that first time, I was really tempted to go, oh, hi there!
Rave, rave, rave. We have a rave. My ring light keeps flashing. We're having a rave. We got it. My best friend's get. Oh, but voice really high. Can't go that loud. Click on you before I. My God. Rave, rave. We're having a rave. We're having a ring light rave. I thought blood. Hold up. I thought blood. Ah.